What's up, guys? Welcome back to the second episode of Burton Stone Lane. We're back for another thrilling episode. It's me, Kay, and
No, I can't do it. I'm too high. Oh, you're gonna have to give me a minute.
so welcome to the podcast, guys. Right now, obviously, you know the premise. We're both high.
But we're trying to just kind of talk about normal stuff.
Yeah, and one's just struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a live studio audience today.
They've already violated one of their privileges.
Yeah, privileges, yeah. Fun fact trivia for you guys. He's actually going to be starring in an episode.
Yeah, next week.
Next week, yeah.
He looks very surprised.
Today's episode is sort of kind of space themed, universe themed. Kind of
And,
deep questions about the what's out there and that kind of stuff.
I'm letting you just lead it because you got the questions here.
I do have some questions up.
We'll just discuss it.
So the first one, guys, I'm going to go for: does the influence of gravity extend out forever?
What? Go on. Say that again.
Whoa!
Say
So,
it again.
does the influence of gravity extend out forever?
In the same way that space just goes on forever.
Exactly.
But the actual
So
thing that is...
Every part of the universe, the whole universe, is constantly just, for some reason, gravity exists and it's constantly just pushing everything together. Why is that a thing?
Infinitely.
Well, you know what I mean?
Because there's no edge to it either, so it's not even pushing it, it's just there.
A question that isn't even on this phone, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
A question I always ask people is, so you view the universe and reality as everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that ever is, ever was, ever will be, everything that exists, do you know what I mean? That's the universe.
Yeah.
So tell me what everything is expanding into. What is everything that... What is reality itself expanding into? The universe. The universe is everything, but what is it expanding into? That makes no sense.
Well, no, it doesn't make any sense.
So what is the outside of the universe?
But there isn't.
No.
It's just infinite, so it just...
The universe is just... Yeah. So what's it expanding into?
But does it need to expand into something?
Yes, because scientists have proven that it's forever expanding. What do you know from the?
What space is it?
Do you know
what is it
when
replacing?
the Big Bang happened?
No, but what was it? You know that's... Wait, this might be completely off. But if it's expanding, it's expanding into something. So there's already some area that not area, but there's some... Yeah. But what is that?
But what is that? Because that's part of the universe.
But that's also infinite. That thing where... Whoa.
That's what I'm saying.
That's much.
So how can the universe, which is everything, exist after something? That something is still part of the universe. So what is it? Whoa! That's a banger of a first question. I think we have to move on from that one.
Right, we're gonna have to remember to move on because there isn't exactly an answer, is there? So.
Yeah, that's true. How can there be anything left in the universe? Don't black holes suck everything in? Whoa, guys, that's
because the black hole just pulls in what's in its area.
Yeah, but it's pulling in everything. So what's there left? So say the black hole is a piece on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
But we got like.
No, I know what you mean. Like, but
it can't take a chunk out.
It's not like chumping around it. It must be sucking that, and then everything else that. So like, say there was a planet and a black hole appeared. Where that planet was, when that's pulled in, there's going to be other stars trailing behind it. And
so do you know what that means? What does it mean?
That was your point.
So the universe is ever expanding, and black holes are sucking it back in. So it's kind of like a pull and push, right? That makes sense. So I've got here: how large would a bucket of water have to be to put out the sun? And it'd have to be incredibly large.
Sorry, I don't like that question.
That would be the answer, though. That would be the answer.
What? It'd be big.
Incredibly big.
How big would it be? The answer is fucking big, mate.
It would have to be millions of Earths sized. Have aliens ever visited Earth? This is a topic I'm quite passionate about.
You're passionate about it?
I'm quite passionate about this topic because I believe 100 million% that it is alien life, and I'm skeptic to say that they weren't about back in the Egyptian times and back in the Mayan times and stuff like that.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
Is this through just YouTube videos or like?
I don't know. It's just my passion. Do you know the thing? Do you know the pyramids of Giza?
Uh-huh.
like mathematically, they shouldn't have been able to do it. So either they had more advanced technology than we thought they had, or modern day maths is wrong.
But didn't they show? Haven't they found drawings and stuff of scenes of people building them and how they did it? How's that work then?
It's the time frame. I think it's the time frame. Sorry. So I think like historians and stuff measured the time it would take realistically to build it. Like say like this some amount of years and said how, like labor wise, manpower wise, how did they do this? Because they wouldn't have had. Oh, I don't know. See, now I've lost myself. I don't know what I'm on about.
I know what you're on about, but like.
Okay, let's rewind it a bit.
I don't know where to go with it.
Let's rewind a bit then. Do you believe in aliens?
No.
Seriously? Do you believe in aliens?
Well, I believe in something, but not fucking aliens. Like, you know what I mean?
I believe that since the universe is infinite, there is definitely life out there. So
I believe that, but I don't believe it's what people think aliens are.
When I say aliens, sorry, I mean like extraterrestrial life.
Yeah, but do you
not like a little grey alien.
Have you seen Arrival?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know how the message of that is basically we like when we try and imagine aliens, it wouldn't be anything that we could even imagine because it could be what it could be. Because that film's about the whole time thing.
No, because everything like I mean aliens in terms of physical matter. Everything in the universe isn't. It's bound by physics.
But it could be physical in a different way that we don't know.
Yeah.
Which we wouldn't just look like. It wouldn't look like an alien.
No,
it wouldn't.
How would not?
Because it wouldn't be it wouldn't be like some small thing with a big head. It'd be like
when I say alien, I refer to extraterrestrial life as a whole.
Do you mean little men and flying saucers?
No.
he's getting pissed.
What do you mean? Anything alien is just any kind of biological thing different to us, different to humans, different to something on Earth.
Yeah. But that could be a minuscule difference. Maybe their heads are bigger than ours, or it could be something absolutely massive.
You mean a penguin?
What are you guys on about? What do you think my point is?
Because
I feel like you guys
are. This is turning into an argument.
Which is different to us as humans.
Yeah.
On Earth.
No, off Earth.
Off Earth.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that.
Oh, I apologise, but off Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, but in that same way.
There we go. Thank you.
In that same, I'm agreeing with you. But in that same way, there's like two ends of it. There's like what we perceive as listen.
Okay.
What we perceive as like, our stereotypical alien.
I'm just getting more comfortable to listen to this guy.
Which is a green guy with a big head.
Okay. All right.
And then what would you say is that's like a cartoony kind of alien.
Yeah. And then Arrival is kind of like maybe what they would look like almost.
Yeah, but it could be potentially further than that.
Possibly.
In a way that we can't even perceive. Like
possibly. I kind of get what you're saying. I do kind of get what you're saying. But also, everything has to live on a planet, right? Or can they not live on a planet? Yeah, because everything.
Well, by our standards,
right?
they need.
By our standards, by
our
science,
standards, life needs water. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So they couldn't just naturally have appeared not on a planet, but they could be at the stage where they've evolved enough to not be on a planet because they've killed their planet like maybe we're going to do and stuff like that. So they could just be floating around on some sort of thing they've built.
Whoa.
It doesn't even have to. It can be some sort of rotor. I don't know. Not even a spaceship. It is just a mass that they have built.
They're just glued together in this wall thing forever. And the whole fucking planet of them.
Well, there's no actual land. It's just them.
The planet is the species.
Whoa. Can you imagine that?
Gonna be sick.
But what's that Pokemon that's like, its back is like just trees and earth and stuff? It's like that.
Bulbasaur.
No, not Bulbasaur.
Trees and earth.
I forgot it's. Have you seen Pokemon?
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
That big giant mountain.
Yeah, but just a load of those just.
Are they that big in real life?
In real life, Pokemon's not real, mate.
No, as in like.
What do you mean?
As in.
What?
Right. As in Pokemon reality.
In real life, yeah.
No, in Pokemon reality, are they that big? Are they kind of small?
No, the reason they're like absolutely massive in that is because they genetically modify them, but usually they're like as big as, I don't know, just your standard little coffee table. Maybe a bit bigger.
That makes sense. What were we talking about?
Yeah, we get so sidetracked.
Oh yeah, alien life.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're all arguing about it.
How do
So
we?
I think we've all established that
We believe in aliens.
that
We believe
somewhere
in
out there
yeah.
there's an alien. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we've also established that aliens are going to come in many different forms.
Yes.
Some that we can't even perceive, as well as little green men, as well as big spooky ass ghost things from Arrival.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what we're missing here is, do we think that aliens in our history visited our planet? Because you mentioned the pyramids.
You do.
I can't. I'm gonna sound like some weird like conspiracy theorist, but I do. Just because I've watched so many like
conspiracy theories.
No. Do you know the like the ones on what's the documentary TV channel called? History Channel. Yeah. I've watched so many like alien civilization. That's what it's a series. Sorry for clicking, guys. It's the Alien Civilization series. I just watched it on History Channel and I was like, whoa.
Oh god.
Like it's like, how could they have done them in that time with those tools? It doesn't make sense.
Have you also heard of the argument of just because white people didn't do it doesn't mean aliens did it?
No, I've never heard that, unfortunately.
Well, I'll let that settle with you.
You trying to call me racist?
Nah. I'm just saying.
Hey guys, I'm from South Africa, so I can't be racist.
Oh, of course not. No. It's just that I think humans are perfectly capable of doing it, and also with the added help of slave labour.
Big up.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Let's move off that topic.
the Egyptians obviously used slave labour to do it.
Yeah.
I was about to say I'm madness.
Oh no. No, but no.
I was about to go, big up slaves.
Whoa.
Oh no.
You know, they thought the pharaoh was the incarnation of
God, right?
God, or the god of gods. I've forgotten what his name is. But
Wait, so were they even? I mean, yeah, they were slaves, but were they more willingful slaves?
Yeah, they were like
Because they saw that as a god, and the god
Wait,
was
so
like,
were they,
do this. So they're kind
were
of
they
just
not
followers.
just a really, really good government that made them believe? So do the pharaohs believe they are the greatest god of all as well?
Wait,
Does
does the pharaoh think they are?
the pharaoh? Well, obviously the pharaoh is born, and then from birth he's told, "You're a god. You are the incarnation."
So, yeah.
of
I know
this
these
god."
random geezers outside also go, that's a god.
Yeah, and then they go, "See that thing we're building out there? When you die at the age of 30, it's going to be a tower, and you're going to bury it." That's why. I think his name is Tutankhamun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure. That's why he didn't, because he died when he was like 17 or something.
Yeah.
He didn't get a pyramid because they didn't finish it in time because he died so young. So he got a pit in the ground, and they just sort of said, "Yeah, we'll have to deal with that." So,
Well, was it a nice tomb though? What was
it was a naughty little crib.
So every other pharaoh in history's got a pyramid.
Yeah, most of them do. I'm pretty sure.
So how many pyramids? There must be hundreds, right? How long was the Egyptian era? How long did it go on for?
I don't think every single one got a pyramid, but
but how, like in years wise, how long was the Egyptian
well, let's just say that
era?
the last pharaoh, Cleopatra, is closer to going to a Joji concert than she is of the construction of the first pyramid.
So was it thousands of years?
Thousands, like when she was
The Egyptians? What? No way.
yeah, they were ancient when she was born. It was ancient Egypt when she was born.
I want to go to a Joji concert with Cleopatra now. Can you imagine that?
I'm still baffled on how old Egypt is.
Oh yeah.
Like think about how old modern era is. It's like a couple of 100 years old, right?
You know when?
Well, modern era is nothing compared to ancient, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
we're not even scratching.
when like humans were building Stonehenge, British people were building Stonehenge back in like 10,000 BC or whatever.
Mm.
The Egyptians were doing that in 10,000 BC. they were building
Oh.
the pyramids.
And we're surprised by Stonehenge.
Yeah, and we're going, oh, Stonehenge, but they're making these
Nah,
massive...
fuck up.
And
Stonehenge isn't
and
that
that's
much.
because,
Have you
and
been
that's-
to Stonehenge? It's
No,
a bit.
I
It's a
haven't.
bit underwhelming because it's just.
And is that,
It's
is
just
that,
a
is
few
that-
rocks. And it's like, all right, mate. Like, it's only because they've dated them that it's like, whoa, we're like.
So because Egypt was such an ancient civilization, they were at the time when England was doing Stonehenge and stuff. They were way smarter.
So they were
Is
way
that a thing?
just more
Yeah.
advanced.
Yeah, more
They
advanced.
were
Okay,
more
yeah.
advanced. They were
Yeah.
definitely more advanced. Like,
'Cause they've been
I
around,
think-
they've been around for longer, right?
yeah.
So Christopher Columbus and them
Do you think we
dons.
should set the mic up so Ed's.
No.
No?
So Christopher Columbus and all them dons,
Yeah.
they only sailed thousands of years after the Egyptians were gone, right?
Yeah.
So-
The Egyptians went in the year. Oh God, close to I don't know, round about the Roman times. But that's not very specific.
So literally, the modern era
Mm-hmm.
is minuscule.
Oh, tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny.
So the amount of advancements we're gonna have
Mm.
compared to them is
Yeah.
insane.
But by how much we advanced each year.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
Because the thing is, Europe, at least I know for that, the year, I don't know, the year 1000 for
Mhm.
Europe to the year 1500
Mhm.
were pretty similar, I'd say, as knights with
Yeah.
their swords and that. But then 500 years later, after 1500s,
Mhm.
we're in the year 2000. And
Yeah.
that's such a jump, like from swords and shields.
Like
up to these points.
but like we knew nothing for so long, and then we knew everything.
Mm,
If that makes sense.
yeah.
Like we were like how long we were in like stone era, like night era.
So what classes as modern after Christ?
Uh,
So right, but then
No, because that's not modern though, right?
well, relatively.
Well, okay, yeah.
I mean, it's not to us. It's fucking ages ago. But like,
okay, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
only what is like how say a person lives 100 years. Yeah, it's only like 20 generations ago.
There's not a bit more.
100 years was 20 generations.
No. So 100 years is say that's how long a generation is, kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And if we're in 2020,
hmm
how many 100s go into 2000? 20. And that's like 20 generations ago.
Yeah.
Mate, that was some good maths, guys. That was some real good maths.
So, what do you mean?
I was like, whoa,
But that's only 20 generations. How mad's that?
that's
And
tiny.
if you think about like you've got like
that's
what?
not that. It's not that far back.
It's not
No.
long ago.
No.
but then if you think about when's like saber-toothed tiger and stuff like 10,000 BC.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10,000 BC.
Were the Egyptians around about then?
Yeah, they built the pyramids then.
What?
Yeah.
But,
There were
then in other places the fucking saber-toothed tiger and like fucking Ice Age was going like not Ice Age,
Yeah.
but those kind of creatures.
Mammoths
literally-
were about when they were built.
It's literally 10,000 years.
Yeah,
Plus-
but that's what I'm saying. Let's class after Christ as modern 2,000 years, and then that was 10. That was so it wasn't 10,000 years ago. That was 12,000 years ago.
So Egypt's been back for
Right.
12,000 years, and we've had 2,000.
Yeah. No. Well, no.
Yeah.
It's been 12,000 years since.
No, as in,
Since
is
then.
it comparative between their civilization and our civilization?
No.
They
no.
had-
Bro, you lost.
Right?
No. It's when they were,
Yeah.
not how long they were going on for. I don't know when did they start. When
Oh.
but like you can just Google it and it'll tell you. Like I'll Google
Yeah.
it.
I think I'm onto something here.
You're not. You're,
Am I not making sense?
You're not. I'm pretty sure he's not making sense, is he?
I think you're both trying to figure out history.
Alright, okay. we're
That
doing
is
well, we're
Quite
doing
bad
well.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, we've been shouting some wrong stuff here.
No, wait.
So 10,000 BC was like the saber-toothed tiger and stuff,
Mhm.
but the Egyptian era was started 3,100 BC. But look how long it went on for. But you're right. It went on for longer than
We have.
we've
Yeah.
had. 3,100 BC to 332.
That is insane.
So the 300, then when they were wiped out 332 years later, like is like Jesus time,
Yeah.
and then what? That's so mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a moron. No, I'm joking. I'm
Yeah,
joking. To be fair, I was captivated by that conversation.
So I don't know if that's gonna.
I don't know if it's going to translate, but we hope so.
But fucking hell. Well, next, have you got more questions?
Is that stem from aliens?
Yeah, that's stemmed
Wow.
far. Let's not get back on
Wow.
that though.
That is crazy. That was one tangent and a fucking half. How did the Big Bang happen? How did the Big Bang happen?
My guy clapped some cheeks.
Fuck him in the ass, Randy. Yeah. Well, how did that happen? And this kind of links to our earlier question with if the universe is everything, what was there before the universe? Strange, yeah. So how did the Big Bang happen?
I liked it. Have you seen this? Is it a Vine where it's that person like, or it's just a GIF or something.
Yeah.
That person dressed up in the Spider-Man costume, and someone just slaps their ass. It's like, have you seen
That's how universe
That's
is.
how it just went. Just boom.
It's a tough one for me. I don't even think scientists understand, do they? Like how it happened. I assume they do, though, right?
Probably.
Probably. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know that.
Probably have an idea.
I'm not going to claim to know anything anymore after that stint.
So they obviously know how, because to know there was one, surely they know how or like why it was there.
But they're saying there was nothing before the Big Bang.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, well, that's my thought about it.
Or as humans, do we need reason?
That's too deep.
What do you mean?
That's too deep.
No.
That's some like on philosophical shit. Like
Yeah, it's gone on that level, but that's the only answer to what you're saying.
True.
Why can't it have just suddenly gone?
Oh.
And then you
That's
have
some
to,
kind of
and
like-
then to go even further back because it's so mad and so distant away. You have to go into philosophy because you can't answer that question any other way. It has to be.
And is that because that's actually reality, and we've created this kind of thing because we need reason to function as creatures?
Yeah.
Or forgot my other point.
No, no.
Damn it! It was so good as well. It was so good. I don't remember the question, to be honest.
No, I've lost the question. What was it? We'll just move on.
We'll move on. Okay, so we're going to do some philosophical questions now.
How deep are they?
I don't know, I haven't looked at them yet.
Philosophical questions. Oh my god.
What?
Philosophical questions whilst high is probably not a good idea.
I think it is, because I feel like we'd understand, like, we'd be able to get into the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, we'll probably have a breakdown. Don't ask me anything like, just... The
first question, what harsh truths do you prefer to ignore? Just a horribly deep question.
What do you mean? That's like a personal thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like asking me what my greatest fears are. Like
A horribly personal question, yeah. Here's a good one. Is it possible to live a normal life and not ever tell a lie? I personally don't think it is. I don't think
you wouldn't have many friends.
You physically...
You wouldn't have any friends.
You couldn't have a normal life if you could only tell the truth.
Because sometimes like lies.
Because humans by nature aren't perfectly good beings. You cannot be a perfectly good person. You'll think things or you'll do things, even if it's one time. You think, "Oh, she's so horrible," or "Oh, this guy, I hate him."
You can't.
You instantly break it.
No, you can't
So if you-
control what you think, can
Exactly.
you? No, it's not. I don't think it is possible. Not at all. Plus, you just don't. People wouldn't like you because the amount of times
have to tell the truth to them.
It's a nice thing to do is if someone. I don't know.
Like a white lie can save someone's feeling
Yeah.
instead of hurting it. If someone you loved was killed right in front of you, but someone created a copy of them that was the perfect, right down to the atomic level copy, right?
Mm.
Would they be the same person? And would you love them just as much as they were? If it's atomically the same person, atom by atom.
What about their is their memory the same?
Atom by atom. So
Or
all
the atoms hold memory? I don't.
Ooh.
Oh no! That was...
Ooh.
Because also that's
I don't
memory.
know.
Memory's another thing we can't explain, can we?
Yeah.
Because we basically have like a hard drive in our head.
But now we're going into kind of what reality is, though.
This is what I mean, because we'll spiral.
Wow. Do atoms hold memory?
So everything's made of atoms, right?
Yeah.
And by that logic, that means that whatever is in our head that holds memories,
Uh-huh.
which we don't understand, is made up of atoms.
Mm-hmm. Wow, guys. That's some kind of revelation, I think, that we've just had there.
Oh no.
That's too much, bro. I don't.
Yeah, get a new question, because that's gone... Oh, jeez.
If you became immortal, on the condition you would never be able to die or kill yourself, would you choose immortality?
No, I reckon that'd be kind of lonely and sad.
I couldn't choose that.
Do you age? Oh no,
No,
you couldn't
you're immortal.
age, could you?
It's like
You're just stuck at the point where you make the deal, kind of.
Yeah, but that's like prime age, prime everything
Okay.
about you, and you're just that way for immortality.
No, not a chance. You just have to see everyone die, and then...
Over and over and over and over and over again, right? Because you're immortal, so you'll eventually...
What would you do?
Everything would become so mundane and boring. If you were to live to...
But you'd still need a job and to make... What was if you were immortal but you weren't very bright? Like...
No, but that's what I'm saying. You'd eventually become the
I
smartest
swear,
being... You'd eventually become the smartest being on Earth. You live for immortality.
You can just keep learning and your brain doesn't dip at like... Whoa.
So you live infinitely.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So you'll eventually learn everything, see everything, know everything.
I think that'd get very annoying.
You grow up, get to your prime, 300 years, rest of your life carries on. Like you just pause.
Oh, you pause for 300 years?
Yeah, your age pauses for 300 years, then you die. Did you do that?
No.
1 second. I'm gonna do some quick maths here.
That's like 3 lifetimes, potentially 4.
That's a lot of shit for a life, bro. That is a lot. I think about how much at the end of your life.
If someone were to die right now who had done that, what would they have seen?
300 years in the past.
Yeah.
They would have seen the ending of slavery.
That's not even that far back, really.
No, it's not.
When did slavery end?
Here, 1830.
When did they have cars and stuff? Like 1900s? Like 1800s, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
1900s?
1900s?
Early 1900s.
1900s, yeah. 18th century at least.
Would you live 300 years?
Oh no, no,
No, I wouldn't.
no.
Actually, I might do.
Wait, you'd have gone through the Industrial Revolution, right?
Yes.
That'd be pretty mad to see.
I think I would. Actually, I think I would live for 300 years.
It intrigues me what the world would be like in 300 years, considering like 300 years back.
Yeah.
And if you only have to go through life 4 times, it's not even that much. Compared to mortality, you have to do it for.
What do you mean? It's not even that much.
If you have to go through, in terms of time,
Bro,
going
I've been,
through
I've
4
only been
lives.
alive 20 years and fucking exhausted already. I'm not doing that. However many times that would be.
No, I think I might do it.
No.
Would you?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I'm a definite no.
Definitely.
I couldn't be dealing with everyone dying all the time. You know.
They'll only die once.
They wouldn't. Presumably you'd find new people.
But why? Why would you need to?
Because they die.
Because you'd have no one. All your friends would die.
Your mum would die.
Oh, okay.
Your mum would die. You'd have a kid, and you'd see your kid die. You'd see your kids' kids die. Whoa.
You just keep having kids, bro.
No.
Like
Your
Genghis
first set, you would see your like grand.
Oh,
kid.
okay. I
Like
see what you're saying.
you'd have a kid, and its grandma would be dead, but its great granddad
Yeah.
would still be alive. And it's just like, yeah, people. I think you'd have a few questions. You'd have to walk away from people before they died because they'd be a bit like, "What's going on?" If you didn't. Yeah, you would. Because you'd be like, "I saw the wall."
Oh shit! Yeah.
You
You'd be
don't
the
know
best
what
history teacher to ever be because you lived through everything. So you know exactly how bad
old
it is.
people hungry. You don't know what you're fucking talking about.
What?
You know old people when they make comments about the war where you're like, "Oh, I'm starving," and they're like, "You don't know what you're fucking talking about."
I walked 29 miles to get to school. Back in my day. I don't know this new technology. They always crack that type of shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they always say it in the same way.
That's a 1960s cartoon or something.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a comedian, bro. I'm cracking jokes left and right.
Shut the fuck up. Alright, so next week...
On Burton Stone Lane. Now, it's out. Well, what's happening next week?
Ed's joining us. He's going to ask some...
Yes, indeed.
What questions?
Pre-prepared, funny questions that might trip us up.
So, I hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. And hope it didn't get too deep, really. But we'll see you next week.
See you later.